Packers defense that will need to be at the top of its game.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside US Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. On play action, Rodgers looking for his running back, and he's got him. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. He got 29 yards that time. And he's got room. Touchdown, Packers. Corey Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First carry now for the rookie, Dalvin Cook. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
8 yards to go here on second down. Now Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Play action now. Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, Did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there in the sneak, because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only second down, and they try to run the sneak.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Corey Grant with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing, Cousins. Going with a screen for Murray. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. It worked very well there for a first down.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 2nd down, Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He got 29 yards that time. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Cousins on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On second down, Cook. And he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. First NFL pick for the rookie corner, Kevin King. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Rodgers going to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception, Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Four yards remaining now on second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a third down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. First down, here's Cousins. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a... And he'll get in! Touchdown, Minnesota! Latavius Murray, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. Twisting away. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Sometimes I think measurements just get in the way of good football players. Sometimes people think, well, he's just a little too short for us. But Eric Kendricks, forget that. Makes plays in the run game, and boy, does he cover well as a linebacker.
Showing it's the size of the fight in the dog.
I love it. He's got plenty of that in him.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And tough starting field position here. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's third down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Cousins. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at the 33. A great move by Montgomery. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now the backup Kaiser to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
To throw is Kaiser. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. Fresh set of downs here. Now Kaiser. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To the air again, Kaiser. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Kaiser showing what he can do with his legs. It's more than just the arm. He scrambles and picks up the first. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Crosby on now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now come the Vikings. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Here we go.
Room here to run. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, 30, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. That'll be taken in the end zone. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now it's the backup Simeon. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Simeon. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Now a give. This is Murray. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Here's Simeon now on second down. That is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Simeon. Open man is stealing. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, Simeon. Dancing to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Morgan. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They're going to run it left. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. A first down throw for Kaiser. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Kaiser to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Around the NFL, third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Murray. Finds an opening past the 40. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
Sammy Coates has it complete, and he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Second down following the run. From the gun, here's Simeon. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. Simeon. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Red zone opportunity. From the red zone now, Simeon finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Well, after that stop, you know that third down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. And now the Packers get set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Kaiser. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Rashid Hageman. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. To throw, Kaiser. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And they're throwing here. Kaiser. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Kaiser to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He's back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Back to throw. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 34 yards. And it'll give the Vikings a 1st down. Simeon. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. For Simeon. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Watch this. Let's go, let's go. Here they come, here they come, here they come. Hot, 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 hot.